What is good, my people, my peeps? So, I did not forget. Matter of fact, I could not rest until I finished what I started. Well, I didn't start it, but a conversation that we were having. Um, and I had to bring out the fact about women and them being prophetess in the Bible. Yeah. So, I presented you all with a pretty much a video, and I covered the fact of Deborah, the prophetess, and Anna. Not Anna. Anna's a prophetess too, but I kind of touched on her, but I didn't really go into depth about Anna. I mostly was referring to Deborah and um, Queen Esther, but I did also talk about the and I said two. I forgot it was four daughters in the biblical text that prophesied. And I'm telling you, I'm only up this late because I was up scrolling, but I cannot get it off my mind. So I know that I have to finish out what I started. And um, anyway, I was over on TikTok, and they were talking about Charleston White. I don't know if something happened to him, but they were talking about him. And this is a side note, okay? But it kind of leads up into what I'm going to finish out tonight, okay? And they were saying something about his last interview. So I don't know if something happened or whatever. But he had said something that reminded me of what I was talking about when I when we had that live stream ride home, right? And pretty much I believe I was checking a new breed in that. So if y'all want to go back and look at that, that was just a couple of live streams down. Okay. But in that live stream, I brought up the fact of there were prophets there were prophetess in the Bible. Okay. But before we get there, I'm going to kind of drag my feet a little bit because I want to let you hear what I just heard Charleston White said. And it took me back to that live stream in the car, and what I was saying. And it sounded kind of like I was angry, but I was mostly passionate about what I was saying. But let me pull up. Hold on, let me pull up this TikTok really quick because I saved it because I want y'all to hear what he was saying, and I'm going to expound on it as well. So give me a few seconds here. Um, do. TikTok. Let me see. So, okay. It's coming along. It's coming along. Okay. I wrote down basically, he was talking about men, right? And he says, when men, this is old school men, basically, what he was referring to. Not so much the younger, newer generation, okay, Gen Zs. But he was talking about in his generation of men. He says, when men sees a need, he meets that need, okay? So I'm going to let you hear his words. And let's just get into it. How about that? Let me turn it up. When a man... Okay, let me turn it up a little more. Roll it back. Man, a real man, a boy, don't know it. See something that he used to need. It's a conviction as a man. You see a woman, you look over there,
stop and get some gas. You see a check engine light on. Man, when last time you got an oil change? Because that's what a man do. Man, no, these niggas just got male man-side body, but they operate in a little boy with the mentality of how they treat women. These niggas love their hood, they'll die for their homeboy, they'll die for the city. But when it comes to a woman, you just completely mean. This how you supposed to be treating these niggas. Shit, they got it fucked up. Yeah, I'm a breastfed, so I'm a different kind of baby. Yeah, them niggas, breastfed niggas be mean to girls. Man, that's the nigga with the pound of milk. And it didn't get birthed 3 times. You gotta birth the baby 3 times. Them niggas get birthed 1 time and got put back to crawling because.
So, I'm gonna let that play one more time just so it can play in its entirety. Okay? Here we go.
When a man, a real man, a boy don't know this. When a man sees something he used to need, it's a conviction as a man. You see a woman, you look over there, hey, stop and get some gas. You see a check engine light on. Man, when last time you got an oil change? Because that's what a man do. Man, no, these niggas just got male man-side body, but they operate in a little boy with the mentality of how they treat women. These niggas love their hood, they'll die for their homeboy, they'll die for the city. But when it comes to a woman, you just completely mean. This how you supposed to be treating these niggas. Shit, they got it fucked up. Yeah, I'm a breastfed, so I'm a different kind of baby. Yeah, them breastfed niggas be mean to girls. Man, that's the nigga with the pound of milk. And it didn't get birthed 3 times. You gotta birth the baby 3 times. Them niggas get birthed 1 time and got put back to crawling because.
Okay, so as I'm just trying to chill out on social media, I hear this come out of Charleston White's mouth. Now, I'm not endorsing everything he has said because I don't know everything this man has said. I know that he has been quite controversial. But this, when I heard this, it reminded me, it took me back to when I was in the car and I was passionate about what I was saying. So let me pull up that. Because I was saying exactly what he was saying, but in a woman's point of view. Okay? Because he has seen how the tides have changed. How the men see a need of a woman, but it's an exchange that has to be made before a lot of these needs can even be satisfied. There's an exchange. And you know what I mean, right? But back in the day, it wasn't like that. And I made a point. And let me pull up that exact video and give you all the name of that live stream. So I made the point on the live stream titled, let me get to it. Titled At New Breed, and it says stop taking my talking points, 2 days ago. So you just heard Charleston White talk about how when a man, this is old school, because he's referring to old school thinking, how men used to be. Okay, they see a need, they're with a woman, your brake lights are on, let's go, or your oil light is on. When the last time you got your oil checked, let's go get your oil changed. These were old school men, how they used to treat women. It wasn't always an exchange. And like I said, you know what I mean when I say an exchange of services. Okay? I've seen on platforms where guys nowadays, younger guys, take women out, and in their mind, that's an exchange of a service. They take someone out, a female, to a dinner, simple dinner date, and they're expecting a sexual transaction, exchange of services. Not a man seeing a need or meeting a need or just being a man trying to get to know somebody. You follow me? Okay, so on this live stream, let's hop on over to the live stream 2 days ago, and it said at New Breed, and then I was talking about stop taking my talking points. So let me just get into that, because that's why we're here tonight. Because Most High, he wouldn't let me finish scrolling on social media till I finish this out. Because I told you guys I was gonna look up the prophetess that I spoke about. But when I did the live stream, I only did Deborah and I only did Queen Esther. But I mentioned the four daughters of Philip. That is his name. But before then, I was going in very passionate. Let's hear what I was saying. Let me see.
Zion, you better recognize these folks in the last days, the people you see right now, the people that look around you, the ones you see on these streets, the ones you affiliate with, the daughters of Zion that you use and abuse here for a reason, partner. Our bloodline is strong, partner. You don't know who you're looking at, partner. We in the last days. Sit back and think about that for a minute. Because everybody ain't here. They didn't make it to this time. Half of the apostles and the ones that follow Christ wanted to be in this time, to see the time of now. So you got to recognize the daughters of Zion that you have come across. Our blood is strong, especially if you're seeing us living, breathing up here. We are here for a reason. So you need to stop trying to oppress our voices. God can give you many stories that you don't talk about when it comes to the daughters of Zion. When it comes to how the Most High used the daughters of Zion. When he used the daughters of Zion, no, act like no. The daughters of Zion wasn't prophetess in the Bible. Oh, yes. There were prophetesses in the Bible. Biblical text. Back then. Just as it is now. Just as it is now. And it says, in the end time, I will out my voice by blessing and the men and women daughters of Zion prophesy. If you have men sitting up here on platforms,
So this is the beginning of this passionate rant. But this is where I want you to hear what coincides with Charleston White was saying.
do you know that story?
Let me
I
see.
don't hear you black men talking about that stuff. You black men don't want to hear when a woman comes to you and tells you your homeboy's been flirting with me. Your homeboy's been asking me so. Hold on. Your homeboy's been flirting. Your homeboy is a low down, dirty, dumb dog. Y'all niggas today don't want to even hear that from your woman, your wife. The homeboy been plotting on you. And y'all niggas back for a long time. So you stop listening.
Stop listening. Same thing, but from two different people, from a woman's point of view. Women used to go to their men and confide in them, talk to them, but it got to a point where they stopped listening, where men started wanting to congregate and hang out and start protecting their homeboys. The same concept that Charleston White was saying about these Negroes nowadays, these boys in men's bodies. These boys, these the ones, see, they wasn't breastfed babies, them was powder milk babies. Right? He's saying the same thing. He said these men would rather protect their their homeboys before they protect their women. Heck, these men is mean to the women. And Charleston White just said that, right? We just listened to that. And it's the same thing I was saying, but from a woman's point of view, I can recall the change, if you will, of women going and telling their men if their men's homeboys tried to holler or tried to, flirt, if you will. If their homeboys was out of pocket or plotting, the men stopped listening. When did that occur? I just thought I'd bring that out because this is what made me come back and finish out what I started to tell you in that particular live stream. Some of the younger folks have definitely changed. And I remember, I cannot recall the song or who the group who sang, but it was rappers. And they used to have this saying, bros over hoes, 304s. Y'all remember that? It was like a changing of the guard where men started protecting men. And it's just like the oppression became even greater in our community. And when I say our community, I'm talking about in the Israelite community, now that we're awake and know who we are. So that's what brought me back to this live stream. And I want to finish out because I said that I was going to bring you the story of Esther. Not Esther. I brought y'all the story of Esther. The daughters of Philip. I said it was 2 daughters, but it was actually 4 daughters. That prophesied. You see, Philip didn't have any sons. And I'm going to, let me see, because I even put it on the thumbnail so you guys can see. You can pull it up for yourself. The story of the daughters who prophesied, and it was Philip. And you can find that in Acts 21:9. Okay? 21:9. And people, when I look down here, ask, why did Luke see to mention the daughters of Philip specifically? Why did he mention that in the Bible? And it was saying that the mentions of Philip's daughters in Acts 21:9 is noteworthy for several reasons. Firstly, it highlights the presence of the prophetic gifts within his family. Okay? And then it was saying that the gifts of the Holy Spirit, at work, is not just amongst the apostles, but within the borders of Christian communities, including women. And I thought I'd read that for you guys, and especially for you ladies, because I know there's been a great oppression to snatch away the gifts that the Most High has for you as well. So the daughters of Philip prophesied. What's up? What's up? Hello, Eric. And I want you to understand, I mentioned that, but I did not finish it. So I'm going to let y'all listen to it. What's good? I'm going to let y'all listen to that real quick. And I'm not going to hold you too long. I hope I still have it queued up. I don't have to go searching for it. So y'all give me a minute. So y'all can hear the story of the daughters of Philip. And here we go. Let me turn that up for you.
Philip the evangelist, a leader in the early Christian church, had 4 daughters, all of whom were gifted with the ability to prophesy. This rare mention in Acts 21:9 highlights the significant role women played in the early spread of the gospel. Living in Caesarea, their prophetic gifts likely supported the growing Christian community. While not much is said about them, their example shows that God's Spirit can
So, okay. Just wanted to finish that up. Just wanted to finish that up. That was the name. I couldn't remember it in the car when I was telling you that there was a father who did not have sons, but he did have he had 4 daughters, and those 4 daughters prophesied. That's what's up. That's straight like that. The daughters of Philip, the prophetess who prophesied. The father who only had daughters. And the Most High blessed a father with only daughters in biblical times to prophesy. Those are the daughters of Philip. Like I said, I'm not going to hold you long. I just wanted to follow up with that because I couldn't rest until I got you that name of the father who had the daughters, of Zion with prophetic gifts of prophecy. And I'm out, and much, much love.